Tocmai mi-am dat seama că eu pot să filmez literalmente în chiloți și voi nu o să știți niciodată chestia asta. Expect the unexpected. Despre asta este și vorba în videoclipul de astăzi. Mi se pare că este cel mai crazy caz pe care l-am văzut în ultimul timp pe internet și mi se pare că arată cât de coruptă este poliția peste tot în lume. Este vorba despre cazul cu Lego și cum de la o colecție de Lego foarte, foarte scumpă și nu neapărat că scumpă, dar și rară, s-a ajuns la un cult de abuz de putere efectiv și arată cât de coruptă poate să fie poliția. Mi se pare ireal. Videoclipul ăsta este un pic mai diferit față de ce facem pe canal, pentru că unul la mână o să fie foarte lung, pentru că trebuie neapărat să vă uitați la tot footage-ul. E incredibil, credeți-mă. Puneți-mă pe spate, luați ceva de mâncare, că suntem in for a wild ride. Și este un pic mai diferit pentru că este un react full cap-coadă la un caz care pe mine unul m-a lăsat speechless. La final, efectiv, nu mai știam ce să spun. Îs curios, foarte, foarte curios de părerea voastră în legătură cu cazul ăsta. O să vă țin la curent bine și înțeles cu ce o să se întâmple în continuare, dar până atunci, enjoy. Este vorba despre YouTuberul ăsta, Reckless Ben, care a fost sunat de către o familie care avea o colecție foarte, foarte scumpă de Lego. Costa $200.000 și erau unul dintre cele mai rare colecții din lume de Lego. Și era a tatălui lui băiatul ăsta de aici. Și tatăl lui băiatul ăsta, care era un om pe moarte, bătrân, a fost furat de către o companie de $400 de milioane care făcea resell cu Lego și băiatul ăsta s-a dus la YouTuberul ăsta Reckless Ben să-i ceară ajutorul ca să nu mai știa ce să facă efectiv când o realizat că oamenii ăștia au furat colecția de Lego pe care el voia să o vândă că erau life-saving-urile lui și avea nevoie de bani respectivi. Și de acolo a început snowball efectul foarte, foarte mare. Bro, ești nebun? S-a dus la el în casă cu AR-ul, i-a dat SWAT din cauza la Lego.
All because of Legos. The whole thing started with me investigating a Lego company called Bricks and Minifigs. The company sent two guys to steal the world's largest Star Wars Lego collection worth around $200,000. And for some reason, the police are helping them get away with it. The family reached out to me saying that I'm their last hope to get them their life savings back. The video I made exposing them was actually insane. Check it out if you haven't seen it yet. But we ended up taking them to court and we actually won. When I went back to the store to collect my money, they literally shut down the entire
Ce face omul ăsta? S-a dus în chiloți dezbrăcat.
store just to avoid paying us. So I personally gave them an official closing ceremony and it
Bro, o închis magazinul numai de aia ca să nu dea bani. O închis magazinul și o furat tot, bă!
went extremely viral. And now the
Permanently closed, we stole a family's life saving, they sued, we lost. By closing the store, we get out of having to pay the family what we owe them.
entire world has seen how corrupt this Bricks and Minifigs company is.
We didn't get the Legos back, but I mean, we shut down an entire business. We still had to get the Legos back.
Yeah, I made a promise to this family that I was not going to stop on my journey until we get them their entire Lego collection back. Right now, the two owners, Joshua Johnson and Brandon Best, probably think that they're safe by closing out the store. But the reality is, I can literally just sue them all over again, but personally this time. So I started to file my lawsuit. But right after I filed this court case, it got rejected. And the reason was I failed to demonstrate a good faith effort to resolve the dispute prior to filing.
Basically, before this court case can get approved, I have to at least attempt to settle with Josh outside of court first.
I tried calling Josh, but I'm blocked.
I'm sorry. But the person
So my only option left is to travel to his house to have this conversation in person.
Basically, if Josh wants to save the day, I got him a trophy that says, Joshua Johnson saved the day. And we'll give him this trophy, but he has to give the Legos back first.
So we started driving to Josh's house to have this good faith conversation the court requires us to have.
We're in Josh's neighborhood. Oh my gosh.
But when we showed up, Josh was already outside talking on the phone to someone.
Oh my gosh, okay, Josh is outside on the phone.
It's crazy.
Wait, do I interrupt his phone call or do we just like wait?
Interrupt this phone call?
Doar du-te, bro, the fuck?
No, probably not.
I thought it would be pretty rude to interrupt his phone call, so we parked around the corner and decided to wait for him to get off this call.
Coaie. Eu făcut poze ca detectivii aia particulari de se duc în mașini și fac poze la oameni pe stradă.
I like how we just have this conversation outside.
Right. He doesn't want to get his wife involved. He's hiding something.
Everything's good, honey.
What the heck?
I'm pretty sure Josh is on the phone with corporate bricks and minifigs. And the reason I think that is we were actually just there right before this.
Okay, pulling up to Bricks and Minifigs headquarters.
The plan was to give them one more chance to do the right thing before suing them again. While we were there, one of the corporate employees answered the door and told us he would get the CEO to come talk to us.
Okay. Well,
Oh, vedi CEO!
no, they said they're getting some guy to talk to us. We're just waiting.
I can already tell you right now, no one's coming out to talk to you guys.
Land of the free man, land of the free man. Hell
Since
yeah,
Josh only
America.
lives like 15 minutes away, they must have informed him that we're in the area. Because a few minutes later, this happened.
Dude, the police just showed up. What the heck? Why are the police at his house?
Oh, there's another one, dude. 2 cop cars.
3 cop cars?
Oh my gosh.
What the
Why
fuck?
is there 3 cop cars at his house? We didn't even walk up to his house yet. The cops are following us. What the heck? That's so crazy, dude. Obey every traffic law.
He's got his lights on.
Oh, shoot.
He's pulling us over.
My name's Officer with American Police. The reason I stopped you is to stop somebody who's going to stop that.
I didn't? I thought I stopped.
Nah.
Yeah, you definitely stopped. So you said you ran a stop sign?
Huh?
You said you ran a stop sign?
I didn't see what happened.
Yeah, I was like,
Because we definitely stopped at the stop
we
sign.
stopped.
Yeah.
I was so sure that we stopped at the stop sign.
Bro,
that
ești
actually
prost, îl opresc din bullshit-uri din astea. Pentru că se știu cu ăla, 100% se știu cu ăla.
requested all the police footage of this. And as you can see, we didn't even do a rolling stop. We fully stopped at the stop sign. So this is an illegal
Wow!
traffic stop.
Wow!
So who's Ben?
Me?
Ben? How's Utah?
It's good.
Like it?
De era în România, ce înjurături își lua polițaiul, mamă.
Okay, it's pretty obvious that the police know why we're here. So I just explained to them the entire situation.
This old man spent his entire life collecting the world's largest Star Wars Lego collection set.
The only problem is it's a crazy story and the police officer did not believe me.
$200,000?
$200,000.
$200,000. It sounds crazy.
Yeah, when the officer went back to
Dar
his
nu sună
car,
așa de
this
crazy,
is
mie mi se pare puțin $200.000 în Lego. Sigur există piese de Lego care numai o piesă de Lego e $200.000.
the message that he radioed in.
Hey, can you get the contact for Reckless Ben? He said he didn't have his ID, but he's just straight lying to me about everything else, so...
Since the cops don't believe my story, they trespassed
De
me
ce e
for
așa
the
de
property.
unbelievable?
Today he's being trespassed from that property.
Okay.
Yeah, we were forced to go home without having this good faith conversation the court requires us to have.
Yeah, what do we do now, dude? Like, we didn't even, like, get to talk to him and we're in trespass.
So, dude,
The one thing I didn't understand was how the heck did they know we were coming? I was hiding in the back seat the entire time and the car's windows were extremely tinted.
these windows are so tinted that you can't see anything.
But as I was outside inspecting our car tint, the same police showed up to our house.
Oh no, we're getting pulled over again?
Wow.
It was weird. He wouldn't tell us why he was here.
Like I said, we've already talked about
Yeah, well, thanks for being so cool about everything.
Yeah.
They're like after us, dude.
Anyways, since
What
Josh
the fuck?
clearly
This is
doesn't want to
so
have this good faith conversation with me, I took his trophy and destroyed it.
Wait, guys, let's throw it off that thing.
Just like in the previous video, I tried to give Josh the benefit of the doubt, the easy way. But again, Josh does not want to do the easy way. The only option left is to go the hard way. But before going the hard way, I actually remembered that there's another owner of the store named Brandon Best. Brandon is the guy in the security camera footage that illegally kicked the first owner out of the store so he could steal all their Legos. I tried calling him, but I am also blocked.
I'm sorry.
The only option left is to show up to his house.
Hello. Hey, how's it going?
Ce se întâmplă? Ce se întâmplă?
Hey, well,
De ce nu zice nimic?
You'd be down to pay us for the lawsuit that we won?
Ce se întâmplă, bro? De ce? Ce se întâmplă? What the fuck? Te public. Ok, și doar stă.
kind of seems like Brandon doesn't want to have this
Yeah, AI, bro.
conversation to resolve this problem outside of court, and I gave him plenty of time to speak.
I guess if you don't want to talk, I'll just talk. So you guys told us to take you to court. We went to court and we won. We know you closed down the store to avoid paying us, so we could just sue you guys personally and do the whole thing again. We would obviously win again, but
then the police showed up, and again, for some reason, they are really trying to protect these criminals.
He didn't steal anything. He inherited the store from somebody
No,
else.
he stole $200,000
How
worth
do you
of...
know this?
Because I've been spending the last 3 months in the case, and I won in court.
He inherited the store. He's being blamed for everything that the previous owner did, and he's trying
Well,
to
that's a lie. So we...
Okay, hold on. I'm still
okay,
talking.
I'm sorry.
He's still trying to clean up the mess from the previous owner, and now he's catching blame for it, and he's just trying to clean up the mess from the previous owner.
No, him saying that it's the previous owner, that's a lie, and we already proved this in court.
If
Okay.
you come back and step foot on this property, you're gonna go to jail.
The police gave me a formal trespass notice, which I took a picture of it and sent it to the court as proof I tried to have this good faith conversation, but Brandon didn't want to have it with me. And turns out this was good enough. My court case with Brandon Best got accepted. But my court case with Josh is still going to be rejected until I find a way to have this good faith conversation with him. So I decided to see if I could find Josh online, to see if I could look up any more information about him.
Yeah, what? They all look the same. No.
Joshua Johnson.
What the fuck, câți oameni arată la fel.
Lower their tax liabilities and minimize their exposure to lawsuits. That's hella ironic. Are you kidding me, dude? That's what he's known for, is reducing people's exposure to lawsuits.
After some more research, we found out that both Josh and Brandon are super hardcore Mormon, which was actually extremely surprising to me, because if Josh and Brandon are truly Mormons, they believe that stealing is wrong, and if they steal,
Mormon înseamnă ca niște pocăiți, nu? A religious and cultural group within the Latter-day Saint movement. Da, am înțeles, deci ceva... Mormon is the name of an ancient American prophet and historian who compiled and sacred records. Mamă, nu știu să citesc cu aici, nebun. Trebuie să-mi ziceți că ai senat.
Or I guess in Mormonism they call it the outer darkness, but still...
Da, pocăiți de ăștia care dau țepe, gen cult, un fel de cult de ăsta de dau țepe, practic. Și de se ajută reciproc în tot felul de mizerii.
Brandon and Josh probably actually believe that this is going to be eternity for them. I mean, Josh even swore to me on his Mormon God in the last video that he would give us the Legos back.
I promise you, I swear to God. I promise you on everything.
But maybe I can use this to my advantage. My problem right now seems to be that Josh is never going to listen to anything I ever tell him.
Te îngură să te... Tu, ce m-am speriat, credeam că îmi bate cineva în ușă, bă.
But if someone from his church heard this audio, maybe he would listen to them. So after finding exactly what church these guys go to, we went to it and showed one of the Mormons there this audio clip. And the Mormon thought that the best thing to do was to have a talk with Josh to save him from going to this outer darkness.
Okay, good luck. And I guess me and Tyler are staying back because we're already trespassed. So
yeah, we ended up just driving home, but on our way back, this happened.
What? Pull over again?
Iarăși, bro. Păi e sectă aici, ești nebun? Nu-ți merg donațiile, ar trebui să meargă.
What's your name? Are you Ben?
Omba.
Hanging out.
Opa.
Down here.
At this point, we realized what's going on. Yesterday, I told Brandon that our plan is to now sue them personally.
We could just sue you guys personally and do the whole thing again. We would obviously win again.
It seems like they're getting so desperate that they're going to resort back to the same strategy they used in the last video.
You know what's really funny is after you left, I got a call from my boss and it was like, how do we get them?
Pentru heroină, că unul a făcut o acuzație falsă? What?
Dang.
Yeah, Josh and Brandon...
Stai, nu-mi da spoiler, nu-mi da spoiler.
Think that if they can somehow get us arrested and thrown in jail, then we won't be able to sue them. I don't know what they told the police we did this time, but they caught us too late. The Mormon kid was already on his way to Josh's house to save him from this outer darkness and bring him back to God.
What's going on, sir? You can sit down here for me first.
Bro, copilul ăla mormon s-a dus la Joshua acasă, what the fuck? Nu pot să cred.
I'm just here
trying to talk to Brother Johnson.
Okay.
I'm in the other second ward. There's been an audio going around with the young men group.
Okay. What's the audio that you wanted to play?
Here's the audio.
I'm not gonna screw you. You have my word. That's not who I am. I promise you. I swear to God.
Mormon și să zici swear to God și după aia să nu faci.
That's him.
No, I know that. I could tell that from the voice, but
I was just gonna ask him, like, is he willing to give up everything like he said? Because he swore on everything. He swore on God. This might be a crazy ask, but could you take a selfie with me?
A făcut selfie cu poliția, bro.
The police apparently got a call that we had heroin on us.
Ce? Nu pot să credeți ăsta din cauza la fucking Lego. O mințit poliția că copiii ăștia au heroină pe ei. Fai de capul meu, ce deep. Bă, ce se întâmplă cu ai? What the fuck? Incredibil așa ceva.
so he's gonna do that. I'm gonna put this away, and then we'll be right. Don't reach in your pockets. Okay.
Sounds good.
Thank you. The vehicle will be searched. Okay. I'm gonna have you stick by with my sergeant.
After 2 hours of searching the car, obviously they found no drugs.
So.
Wow.
I explained to the police that we didn't have drugs, and the reality of the situation is that Bricks and Minifigs is so desperate at this point that they're willing to do anything to get us arrested so they don't have to pay for the property they stole. And the police was arguing back with...
Insane, bro. Păi tu îți dai seama că dacă după toată treaba asta, după toată mascarada asta, o să ajungă așa de populară încât și ăsta, și familia aia, și toți care au fost implicați în cazul ăsta, legit poate să-i dea în judecată și pe Bricks and Minifix și pe toți oamenii care îs implicați în treaba asta. Să câștige o grămadă de bani. Set for fucking life, toți.
It's just some of
și Lego înapoi.
The worst comebacks I've ever heard, which is why I think the police actually redacted this audio in this clip, because if they kept the audio in, then the world would get to see how stupid the American Fork Police Department is. But anyways, even though we were passing every single drug test they gave us, they were still not going to let us go until we told them where the drugs were.
Your eyes, for example, right? There's a constriction, which is dilated, and then not. So I haven't been looking at this. I'll show him.
Ce zice la băiatul ăsta? Îi zice după ce au făcut toate drag testurile, zice că ochii tăi, să știi că ai pupila dilatată. Da, tată. Ai pupila dilatată.
You do see it?
So
it's crazy. I have no idea because I've never done any drugs in my life. I don't do drugs. I don't do alcohol. I've never done any of that in my life. I'm willing to do any drug tests. Like, I'm very cooperative. I don't understand what you're seeing in my eyes.
Incredibil, bro, what the fuck? Ce corupție, bro!
And then the police department illegally redacted this conversation too. My guess is that they acknowledge that it's very obvious we don't have drugs on us, but they were going to try and pressure us.
Bă, deci mă jur, trebuie legit poți să-i dea în judecată pentru harassment. Asta e pur harassment. Pur harassment, bro. În punctul ăsta, legit, mai ales că au și bodycam și tot, câștigai și procesul și după aia le și ziceai suck it, sugeți-o, bag voi de poliții, sugeți-o.
Into giving some type of false confession anyways.
I'm not sure if you're lying to me or not, to be honest.
I'm willing to take any drug test you want.
I'm walking a very dangerous line, which can get you hemmed up a lot of time.
Yeah.
And you could end up in jail in Utah when you're from Cali.
Okay.
Not worth it, right?
Yeah.
We play differently here.
We play differently here, does that make sense? Auzi ce au zis? O să ajungi în Utah. Nu în California. Aici ăștia în Utah joacă diferit aici. Te omoară, îți bagă șain cu burtă. Nu-i ca în California, nu a hipioți. Ăștia bagă șain cu burtă.
Yeah. I'm willing to cooperate with you guys and do anything you want me to because I'm not hiding anything. I can promise you that. I promise.
We weren't giving the police a false confession like they wanted, so eventually I guess they just got tired and let us go.
We'll let you guys go now, but you're walking a thin line. Just be mindful of that. Does that make sense?
Okay.
At this point, I've documented everything I've been through to the court, that I've tried to have this good faith conversation with Josh. He just doesn't want to have it with me. And because of everything I went through, my court case finally got approved. And attached to this email are court papers to serve Josh. The only problem is Josh is not going to open this door for anyone. He wouldn't even talk to another Mormon. Instead, he just called the police on him. In order to get Josh to come outside, I'm really going to have to get creative. So I made this poster that says, "I stole a dying man's life savings," and printed it out. Now I'm placing this poster in a public space right across the street from Josh's house. Yeah, it turns out this tiny patch of land is actually free for any person of the public to use. And since we have the freedom of speech, I am breaking no laws by doing this. So when Josh walks outside to take down this sign, I have a process server to serve him his court papers. But almost immediately, my sign got blocked.
Oh no, he's blocking our sign.
De poliție, nu?
What are you guys doing here?
So we are in a court case with them and we have to serve them legal papers.
So I explained to the cops the entire situation.
I'm not going on his property.
Right, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
The police realized that we're not breaking any laws, and they've been called here for a false reason, so they decided to leave.
Awesome, thank you.
Bă, dar dacă... Eu știu că în România dacă faci gen chestii de astea să chemi poliția pentru chestii false, gen zi amendă. În US poți să chemi poliția pentru orice? Și dacă așa numai la mișto?
So now it's time to serve Josh these court papers. And then we got the police called on us again.
Hello. This man stole basically his family's life savings, so we're just here to serve him his court papers.
Again, I explained to this police officer the entire situation.
I wish we could just send him an email or a phone call, you know, but yeah, the court requires us to come in person for some reason, so...
Again, the cops realized that we are doing nothing illegal and decided to leave. Now it's time to serve Josh his court papers. But we got the police called on us again.
Hello.
Wow.
Can I see those papers?
Yeah.
So this is what you're trying to serve him with?
Yes. That's required by the court.
Again, the police agree that we are not breaking the law. They've been called out here for a false reason. This guy told me that he could even just serve the papers for me.
You okay if I give these papers to him?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, just give me 1 minute.
Okay, thank you.
Sadly, we can't see the police officer serve Josh because the...
Normal, coda redacted. Normal, pentru că sunt mână în mână cu ăsta, că-s mormoni toți. Și s-o dus acolo, i-o bătut în ușă să se prefacă numai că mama îi le dă, i-o zis, bă, vezi, ai grijă, că ăsta vrea să-ți dea paper court ăsta, eu o să mă duc și să-i zic că n-am putut, că nu știu ce, că bla bla bla. Și normal, că pe bodycam footage care este legal să îl eliberezi dacă cineva îl cere, o pus redacted, pentru că lucrează toți mână în mână, bă, mână în mână, corupție. Land of the free, bro.
Redacted all of it. But the only thing that really matters is that Josh is getting served.
He does not want the paper. So
Does not want the papers?
Here's that back for you.
Okay.
Yeah, the police told me that they can't serve the papers for me because I'm lying to them, and these aren't even real court papers.
Not sure what this is. I've never seen something like that. To be honest with you.
These are court papers.
Okay. It doesn't have a judge's name.
Normal că nu știe cum arată niște court papers, bro. E polițai, la ce te aștepți? What, te aștepți să fie și inteligent? Dar acum există ChatGPT, bro, literalmente poți să faci o poză la chestia respectivă cu ChatGPT sau cu orice sistem de ăsta de AI de folosesc, Gemini, Grok. Ce folosesc cel mai mult americanii? ChatGPT, cred, nu? Pui o poză în ChatGPT, întrebi, is this real or not? Și îți zice direct.
Because it hasn't gotten to the judge yet. So this is serving him, and then we'll go to the court, and then the judge will be there. So the judge doesn't get involved until we're in court.
Why is he saying that you guys went on the property?
Because he wants us arrested, so he doesn't have to go to court.
It doesn't look good when you've been trespassed.
Yeah.
Trying to serve papers.
Well, I think it looks exactly how we're supposed to do it legally. This is the legal way to do it.
Well, we have 2 or 3 incidents.
Yeah. Well, first, so. They're incidents because he's lying to you guys. He's making them incidents. We came to do a good faith conversation, which is required by the courts before you can get a court case approved. So we did that. He called the cops on us. He lied to you guys saying that we had...
E un judecător streamer las care a analizat cazul, a spus că oarecum poliția are tot dreptul să redacteze niște secvențe, doar că, păi da, normal că are tot dreptul să redacteze absolut orice. Am văzut multe bodycam footage de astea și îți dai seama că unele chestii trebuie să fie redacted. Și e dreptul lor să le facă redacted înainte să le dea public. Numai că în cazul ăsta, când se duce la omul ăsta care este acuzat de a fi mână în mână cu poliția și este, by the way, arată urât.
Heroin on us, and we did a 3-hour search of the car yesterday. We found no heroin in the car. He's going to make up any lie he can to get us arrested. We are doing things the legal way, the correct way. The reason he's hiding in his house is because he's the criminal. If something doesn't look good, it doesn't look good for him, not for us. Go the legal process.
Avocat, așa, da, știu sigur, m-am prins.
She is an actual process server.
Eu am nici o pârlă, este.
I just met her today.
Well, maybe just have someone not affiliated with you.
That's her. Yeah, we have no relationship. That's why she's here. Yeah, that's why she's here. We have no relationship, and that is who she is. The exact person that you were describing.
I always thought that the police were supposed to remain unbiased, and if they were going to take a side, they definitely shouldn't take the side of the criminal. But I guess I was wrong. However, I'm not doing anything illegal.
Wow, are și footage când i-o prins că vorbesc în fața casei, bro. Măcar să-i bage în casă.
I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm literally just following the instructions of the court. So
Deci scrie efectiv literalmente pe court case-ul ăsta.
I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm literally just following the
You must serve on the other party.
Instructions of the court.
Okay.
So the police can't stop me.
Okay, have a good race your day.
Okay, see ya.
Now that the police are finally leaving, it's time to game plan how to serve Josh. But then, you guessed it, we got the police called on us again.
Oh, sure. The
For
paper?
what?
The serving paper?
Yeah.
Here you go. Well,
They think it's a false case? What the heck?
thank you for holding. How can I help you?
Trying to speak with someone to verify if a case.
Coaie, nu pot să cred că poliția e așa de prostă încât o încercat să sune pe cineva ca să verifice dacă chestia asta este reală sau nu. Bă, I mean, măcar au făcut due diligence-ul să facă chestia asta, știi ce zic? Decât să zică că, bă, straight up nu e reală și să...
Just verify if
Ia să vedem ce zice, dacă este sau nu real.
is real.
Yeah, looks like a real small claims case in our court.
Okay, thank you for your help.
Na.
That's all.
Ok.
I think this phone call was the breaking point for the police.
Oh, he's rubbing his chin.
The police couldn't handle the fact that I was right and they were wrong.
Hood Council s-o strâns 3 inși să discute dacă este sau nu ok să facă chestia asta.
Okay. Find you back. Am I being arrested?
De ce? Eu zis că e real! Eu zis că e real! De ce îi pun cătușele și-l arestează? What?
Really?
De ce îl arestează? S-o comporta foarte normal. O făcut ce i-a zis cortul. Judecătoria. De ce îl arestează?
Arrested. Like, they didn't say anything when they were putting him in handcuffs. They just said, you're being arrested.
I was confused on what I was being arrested for. I mean, the same police officers that arrested me gave me permission to do exactly what I was doing.
Nu e abuz de putere.
The sidewalk wherever is public, right? But you can't go on that property. If you do, you'll be charged, okay?
Okay, yeah, for sure.
I got arrested for just doing what the police told me to do. What's even more confusing is the police are supposed to be the good guys. Why are they arresting an innocent person to protect an evil criminal? Well, back when I was still waiting in the car to serve Josh, I got a phone call, and this call was from Brian, the collector's son who got all their stuff stolen. And he has a theory of what might be going on here.
Yeah, the cops down there are definitely all in with the Mormon community, and being the bricks and minifigs is part of that and worth millions. I would not doubt that they have donated hefty sums to the Mormon church, of which all the cops are probably a part of.
Nu pot să crezi, toți parte din Mormon.
Joshua Johnson and Amen, the CEO, are all super Mormon. Like, the CEO even went to the Mormon University. And when I looked up all the police officers who were treating me unfairly, they were all Mormon too.
And they take care of their own. They're like a huge clan that takes care of each other.
And instead of trying to get rid of the few bad people who are making Mormonism look bad, they're for some reason choosing to protect these criminals.
Coaie, incredibil, de la Lego s-a ajuns la un fucking cult care abuzează de putere într-un oraș. Insane.
I got released from jail.
Out of jail now?
And this is when it really hit me that the justice system has decided to protect these criminals. So now there's really only one way I can think of to get this family.
A spus Ben că sunt o grămadă de avocați care salivează să preia cazul lui. Păi cred și eu că salivează să preia cazul lui. E caz insane. Cred că e easy fucking win dacă ești un avocat bun. Easy win. Ai literalmente bani generational wealth faci din chestia asta.
Which is a GoFundMe. Yeah, it is a pretty anticlimactic ending, but at least I'm confident that I'm not going to get in trouble for this. Now that our GoFundMe is live, it's time to promote it, to start getting donations. We printed out the GoFundMe's picture to hang it up so we could get a nice Instagram video to post to social media. But before the group could even hang the picture up, the police came.
What you guys up to? We're starting a GoFundMe.
Yeah.
What we're doing is we're going to get a bunch of publicity to get basically all this money back for this family.
Yeah.
You know, we're not going to do the lawsuit anymore. We're just going to do this GoFundMe. We've already got it started. It can run into some defamation stuff.
Again, the police were thinking of any technicality they could think of to protect their Mormon friend.
Look at your stalking code. See if it's that. If it's not, we're going to look at disorderly. If it's not disorderly, then we're going to look at the city ordinance.
But after going through every law they could think of, it turns out that hanging this sign on a fence and then taking a picture of it for Instagram is not illegal. In fact, what the group is doing is actually protected under the First Amendment, freedom of speech. So one of the police officers let the group know that they were okay to keep doing this.
Right now, I don't think you guys break the law.
But this other police officer wasn't able to accept this reality.
We're going to take it down.
And then for the rest of this footage, the police redacted all of the audio. So I called up the police station to find out why.
All the redactions are done pursuant to the Utah State Code. We don't redact things just because we feel like it or, you know, just because something looks funny. Everything is redacted pursuant to Utah State Code. And other than that, I can't really delve into any more detail.
But the police made a mistake. They accidentally forgot to mute this police officer's audio. So when you sync the two clips together, I can actually hear what they're saying here.
He sees it or give it back? Is it an occasional crime? Is it disorderly conduct? Why? Is he upset about it? I mean, I guess, but that's not.
Yeah, this police officer is right. Just because this might make Josh upset does not make this poster illegal. So I decided to let the police department know that some of the redactions they made aren't exactly what they're claiming they are. I think you guys might have accidentally forgot to redact another clip that was at the same time. And when I synced the two clips together, I was able to see what they were saying, like what the redaction was. And he was talking about how what we're doing actually isn't illegal and how the police officer might be wrong. And so
e în Constituție, normal că nu e illegal.
About protecting a victim, it wasn't any personal information, and so I was wondering.
Ce fac polițaii
like
e illegal.
A lot of stuff like that got redacted, maybe to protect the police officers, not to protect the victims, if that makes sense. And so
yeah, we don't do that. So like I said, anything that's redacted is pursuant to Utah State Code.
I can tell because when I sync the two clips together, I'm actually able to see that that's what the redaction was.
Okay, well, that didn't happen.
That definitely didn't happen.
Wow.
No, I don't do that, Ben. I follow the Utah State Code, like I just said.
Okay.
Wow, what?
I don't know. It seems like the police department redacted this entire conversation because right here the police are actually admitting to themselves that none of this is illegal.
What?
But they're still going to try to arrest us anyways. It seems like the only reason they're getting rid of this audio is to protect the police officers from getting fired.
Îți dai
I don't know
seama.
what the police officers are saying in this next clip, but I'm pretty sure they're scheming up a way to get the group arrested because this is what happens next.
And Lieutenant Adamson can correct me if I'm wrong, but we're going to seize your phone right now.
Do not do that.
Bă, ce-a făcut? Jesus, calmează-te, Kratos, mâncați aș.
Understand me? Right now you're attempting to destroy evidence. Okay, put your hands behind your back.
To destroy evidence.
I was just locking my phone.
Okay, I'm going to switch over to the police officer's body cam POV so we can dissect what just happened. First, the police officer asks if he can confiscate Sheldon's phone, so Sheldon says, okay, and reaches in his pocket to give it to him. But at this point, Sheldon sees that his phone is unlocked, And at this moment, he decided that before giving it to the police officer, he was going to lock his phone, which is totally legal. There's no search warrant, so Sheldon is legally allowed to lock his phone. But as the police officer saw Sheldon's thumb moving towards that lock button, he snatched it out of his hands. And now the police officer's claiming that because he tried to lock his phone, he's destroying evidence.
Silence. Yeah, I was giving it to you. Stop talking. I was giving it to you. Okay. It's on my money. Look, it's on my wallet. I was turning it off.
Right now this phone is being seized.
Poliția nu poate căuta un telefon fără mandat decât dacă e deschis. Dacă are parolă să se deschide doar cu mandat, dar dacă e deblocat, poliția îl poate căuta fără mandat. Na, chat. De acum încolo mereu să vă puneți de aia să se închide telefonul după 15 secunde, neironic. Să se blocheze automat după 15 secunde.
Okay, let's put him in the back of the car.
Baftă la sesiune, Josu.
The police decided to break the law, arrest Sheldon, all to protect an evil criminal.
Tu-ți dai seama tu-ți dai seama câți bani, câte resurse s-au consumat pe căcaturile astea? Taxpayers money, bro. Uite unde ajung taxele, la corupție. Că taxele trebuie plătite. Oricum. Oricum nu poți să cauți chit că e deschis sau nu. Uite, aia zic.
Okay. My name's Detective
Dacă dai mandat.
I work here at the police department.
I did willingly hand over my phone, but when I handed him my phone, my wallet popped up. So I said, hold up, let me hit my power button. And you know, I have it recorded as well. That's all I went and did. That's not obstruction of evidence. And then I let him have the phone. I wasn't trying to delete anything. And in fact, it is actually impossible to delete something from an iPhone from a locked screen by hitting the power button. So in no context could I have been trying to erase something by hitting one button on my phone. Now I'm sure you have a phone as well. When you hit the power button, that doesn't delete anything, does it?
I imagine it wouldn't, yeah.
Yes, that's all I did. So I don't know how that's obstruction of evidence, but that is what it is.
Now that Sheldon is in jail, just for promoting our GoFundMe, we started doubting if we'll ever even be able to get Brian his money back for his dad's Lego collection. It's crazy that out of all the powerful organizations I've gone up against, the one company I'm not able to beat is a Lego company. I literally couldn't have imagined a worse ending for this video. But I had no clue that it was about to get way worse.
Nah.
You ready?
Park Police Department, make yourself known. Search warrant. Stand up.
Le-a dat fucking SWAT. Cum a obținut mandat pentru SWAT? Ce?
Don't move like that. You understand me? Don't move like that.
Pe pisico doare. Stă acolo liniștită la soare, la plajă, ăștia-s luați de poliție pe sus, încătușați, pisica doarme. N-are nicio treabă pe lumea asta, mă. Nu treabă n-are pisica, stă zero. Zero fucks given, bro. O firea viața. Bă, what the fuck? Na, bă, e crazy videoclipul ăsta, sincer îți zic. I-a dislocat umărul.
You understand me? Don't move like that. Okay?
Yeah, this cop pulled my arm so far back it dislocated my shoulder. He claims it's because I was attempting to make an escape or something.
Don't move like that. You understand me? Don't move like that. Don't move quick. Everybody just chill.
But if we go back a little bit, you can see I was being completely still when he grabbed me, and I actually made zero quick movements. So this police officer is just straight up lying so he can give me a serious injury.
Included in the warrant are Legos.
Yes. The police department got an official warrant to search our house for stolen Legos. I should have seen this coming. Josh did threaten me in the last video that if I go out and actually try to sue him, he's gonna come out and say that I'm the one that stole the Legos.
Okay, let's do it.
Fuck you, man. You stole them, bitch.
I stole the Legos?
Wow.
Yeah, you're a fucking thief.
Dang. Okay.
You can shut the fuck up. That's your fucking choice.
I'm gonna fast forward a little bit just to give you guys some context, but I actually got a copy of this warrant. The reason they were searching our house was, it says there is now certain property or evidence described as any stolen merchandise, specifically Lego merchandise. Evidence of illegal conduct on us that we stole the Legos.
they're looking that we stole the Legos is why they stormed.
În documentele oficiale era menționat că poliția putea prin protocol să îi împuște fără probleme. Fai de cap, bă, dacă se ajungea până acolo.
Our house.
Desfințată poliția din
and this is after he's been proven to make up stories about us before. And so now
oricum
he's
trebuie
just
desfințată.
They're the ones that stole the Legos, and for whatever reason the police take him seriously, even though he's acting like a crazy person.
Anyways, the cops probably felt pretty stupid when they searched our entire house and didn't find any stolen Legos. Again, the police illegally redacted this conversation to avoid them looking stupid, but I'm pretty sure that's what they were talking about. But instead of doing what any rational police officer would do and let us go, they're sticking to their story that we're the thieves.
And I've got a feeling I'm falling. Jump right.
Cum era polițaiul ăla, uite-te cum... Uite cum... Uite cum stă polițaiul ăsta cu handbag-ul.
Jump right
Pe pisică, uite. De o treabă n-are pisica asta. O treabă, ce grasă-i. O treabă n-are, bro. He felt bonita.
Yes. Now the entire group, we are all on our way to jail.
Incredibil așa ceva, mi se pare crazy. Îi bagă în închisoare, bro. Fiecare într-unul diferit.
Except for me. I got taken to an interrogation room so they could find some reason to lock me up for good.
Then I'm Detective Nikosha.
Last time, I was able to get released on...
Păi spune că nu vorbești fără niciun avocat, sper că niciunul dintre ăștia nu vorbesc fără avocat.
On bail.
O să ne uităm și la răspunsul poliției.
This time, the request...
Gândește cât timp treceți că reacționezi pe niște stalkeri și abuzatori care sunt de 1000 de ori mai worse și pentru Lego reacționează instant doar ca să se protejeze între ei. Păi da, păi-s mormon, îs cult.
That I'd be held in jail a month until my court date. But there's honestly nothing for me to hide, so I went through the entire story with them to show the detective that this whole thing is just a big misunderstanding.
If you think about it, 83-year-old man versus $400 million company, even though the $400 million company's in the wrong, they're gonna win, you know? I wish we could just send him an email, like show up to court this day. That would be so easy for us, but this is how the law works. Like, that's not my fault. Like, I don't make the law. If I made the law, send him an email, and they're like, he doesn't want your papers, you just have to figure out civilly. I'm like, this is the civil method, you know? Like, to do it civilly, you have to serve. They're like, well, then just sue him then. I'm like, that's what we're doing. Like, you see how this is a circle? I am very interested on Josh's side of the story because I think he said, might have said we had heroin in the car or something, and they did like a 3-hour search on our car. Obviously no heroin, so I don't know what Josh is telling them to that we're doing, but
dar și asta e cu Josh.
Suing him is not working for us. So let's do a GoFundMe.
Right after I mentioned this GoFundMe, the investigator wanted to leave the room.
Hang tight here, and then I'll be back with you, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Something about me mentioning this GoFundMe really caught his attention.
All right. Good. Well, I'd just like to know more about this, like, GoFundMe. Like I said, I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, we were just trying to get, so basically what ended up happening is Ben got arrested, which we were pretty blown away he got arrested, but I'm like, all right, I'll take over now. Like, I don't want you to get in any more trouble. And he's like, yeah, I can't get in any more trouble. Like if you take over, like that, you know, that was my decision. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. What other questions do you, like, I guess have? Because there's not really, I guess, much else to say in the situation, to be honest. That's just the whole thing that just happened. I mean, I'm honestly, like, kind of shocked to be arrested at this point for that. Yeah, this is definitely...
N-aș fi vorbit fără avocat. N-aș fi vorbit fără avocat.
Considering from my angle and the evidence I've seen, the overwhelming evidence that they just blatantly stole from this guy, it's like us trying to then do a GoFundMe to get him his money back, and I'm the one, you know, getting put in cuffs. It's crazy.
I guess the detective didn't get what he was looking for, so he decided to interview the rest of the group.
Bă, ce mă bucur, frate, sincer îți zic. Ce mă bucur că se duc până în pânzele albe să rezolve situația asta, mă jur pe viața mea.
And for some reason, he was trying to get all of them to admit that the GoFundMe was my idea.
Hello. Obviously, Ben was behind the GoFundMe idea as well, right?
Schema Nordis direct, scala aia, să mor eu.
But he was supportive of it as his channel, right? He said, oh yeah, let's do this for the channel. From my understanding.
Cum de nu s-au gândit să cheme avocat? Nu știu, poate s-au gândit că nu își permit. Îs reale? Cum să fie fake? Normal că îs reale. Îs videouri postate de poliție pe site-urile lor oficiale, pentru că bodycam footage-ul ăsta e postat public de către poliție. Gen, e full real totul. Cum să fie fake? What?
But he was supportive of it as his channel, right? He said, oh yeah, let's do this for the channel. From my understanding. Was that kind of your ideas to do this video with the GoFundMe and all that?
But I wasn't afraid to admit that I actually made the GoFundMe for Brian because a GoFundMe is a safe, legal way to raise money for a family if they got all their stuff stolen. I should be risking nothing by admitting this.
Basically, the police told me, do not take this man to court or else you'll get arrested. And so I was like, just thinking, and we're like, let's do a GoFundMe, you know? And that was their solution.
But I was wrong.
We're gonna book you back into the jail. Okay.
What?
The creation of the GoFundMe, right? We're blasting this person all over saying, hey, he's...
So creating the GoFundMe was illegal?
When I asked the detective how creating a GoFundMe
was trebuia să iei avocat.
This was his response.
A lot of this stuff you may have to just get an attorney and fight it in the criminal side of court, right?
Păi de asta încearcă să facă.
Yep. Yeah, go ahead and stand up. I got an officer right here that's gonna... He has cuffs for you.
Will I also be able to hear Josh's side of the story? Because I think he's said a lot of lies to you guys.
It'll be, and I never talked to Josh, but it'll be documented in the report as well.
Okay, thank you so much.
But the detective was lying. The police have illegally redacted every single claim Josh has made about me. And when I finally go to court, I'm going to be completely blind to what I'm even being charged for. The worst part is that the police officers took away my bail. So now I have to wait a month in jail.
O lună în închisoare, să stea o lună în închisoare pentru asta. O fucking lună în închisoare. Bro, court case-ul împotriva la poliție o să fie imens. Băiatul ăsta tocmai și-a făcut lifetime, generational wealth. Generational wealth, bro. Land of the free.
However,
Doamne, ce mă bucur că stau în România, neironic, cu bune, cu rele, mă bucur că stau în România. E groaznic să stai în America, groaznic, nu mi-ar plăcea.
Extremely lucky. When a judge ended up reviewing this arrest, they thought the whole thing was so stupid and ended up releasing me on bail.
Normal.
So now, at least I'm a free man until my court case.
Let's go,
The illegal acts that I committed
Chiar e
was
bine documentat și
mentioning that
editatoric,
Josh stole
chiar
the
da.
Legos in our GoFundMe. So if you say who the thief is, then that is illegal for us to do that.
Now, I just have to wait for court. And honestly, I'm not excited. My entire life, I was taught if you steal from people, you get in trouble. And if you help people, you get rewarded. But I guess I was just taught a lie.
Asta e cel mai mare lie al societății noastre. Cel mai mare lie. Dacă ești rău, primești bătaie la cur. Dacă ești bun, o să primești reward-uri. Dar nu e așa, bro. Uite că de fiecare dată când încerci să faci ceva bine, fix de-aia primești bătaie la cur, mă jur. Mereu aia care fac căcaturi, mereu o să fie gen rewarded, mă jur, și nu o să pățească nimic.
The right thing. All I did was just screw everything up and get all of my friends in trouble.
Nu înseamnă că trebuie să vă apucați să faceți căcaturi, though.
I couldn't fix anything. And now with all the charges I got in this video, I'm looking at least 5 years in jail. But I finally accept my fate. I failed. And now it's time to go home. But before I made it home, one of my roommates called me saying that a police officer just showed up to our house.
So he rings the doorbell. Ben, he's like, is Mr. Snyder here? I was like, why? I was like, can I deliver a message for you? He's like, how could you deliver a message? He said it just like that. He was like, just tell him he has he has a warrant for his arrest. Like, he thought he was an action movie type walk off, and that was his like end scene line.
If I had to guess, I'd say that Bricks and Minifigs has seen that I am a free man, and they can't have me actively working on my lawsuit against them.
Incredibil așa ceva,
How
what
many
the
lies
fuck?
Bricks and Minifigs has made about me in this video.
Fuck you, man. You stole them, bitch.
I stole the Legos?
American Fork Police Department, make yourself known. Included in the warrant are Legos.
I can only imagine of what I'm being accused of doing now. So immediately, I called the Utah Police Department to see what my warrant was for.
Someone showed up at my house today saying that there was a warrant out for my arrest.
If that warrant has it says a no bail, those are the ones that are more serious.
The only thing the police department could tell me is that I do have a warrant, but this time the judge approved it that I will have no bail. And I am now a physical threat to Josh, the person the police are protecting. So basically, at any moment now, I could be arrested without bail for some mystery crime. There really is only one thing that I can do now.
Well, I'm in Mexico now, and the American...
S-a dus în Mexic! S-a dus în Mexic pentru că are un warrant!
have no authority here. Oh, what's going on? What the heck is that thing? Can you let us on that?
What? Ce face băiatul ăsta? What the fuck?
At this moment, I realized what I had to do. Bricks and Minifigs thinks they can just bully anyone who tries to stop them in committing their crimes.
Living his best life, ești nebun în Mexic.
Stop a bully? To stand up to him.
If me posting this picture online once got the city this upset where they had to arrest me, just think about how upset they'd be if thousands of people started wearing it.
Which is why the picture that got me arrested, I'm putting that picture on a shirt.
And you can buy this merch at WeStealFromOldPeople.com. So go right now. It's gonna be sick.
And yeah, all of the law enforcement that's protecting Bricks and Minifigs is gonna be pissed. But there's nothing they can do because I'm in Mexico.
Anyways, part 3 is now live on my Patreon at patreon.com/RecklessBen.
Also on Patreon, you'll find tons of behind the
What
scenes
the
content.
fuck, bro?
Plus the movie I'm
Insane. Insane. Bun, și acum hai să ne uităm la următoarea parte. Bă, ce bun a fost videoclipul ăsta. Incredibil de bun. Bun, și acum avem my response to the police.
The American Fork Police Department has responded to the video I made about them.
I am the Chief of Police for the American Fork Police Department. I'd like to address the members of our American Fork and Cedar Hills community regarding some videos currently circulating on social media.
So now I will offer a response to their response.
We steal from old people, cum au făcut aici, ești nebun.
There's a lot of new information in this response that I've been wanting to get for a long time, so we'll go over that first. One of the main questions in my video was, why did I get swatted for stealing the Legos when this wasn't a mystery to the police officers and they knew that I didn't steal the Legos, that Josh stole the Legos.
He basically stole a $200,000 collection of Star Wars Legos.
But still, why did they raid my house for stealing the Legos when there's an overwhelming amount of evidence that Josh stole the Legos? When I requested the body cam footage of this to try to find the answers myself, they redacted everything, and they claimed it was to protect the victims. However, one of my friends set up a GoPro as we were getting swatted, and we caught the entire conversation on camera.
Included in the warrant are Legos.
For 3 months, the police department's answer has been, this redaction is important because it protects Josh, the victim of this case. However, we can clearly see that the police are looking for Legos and they saw no Legos. And they redacted this because they were embarrassed that they made such a stupid decision to swat the wrong person. They were so embarrassed of swatting my house for stealing the Legos that in all of the police reports, it is completely redacted. The police department wants this information hidden so bad that they're willing to break the law to hide this from everyone. The only reason I know about it is because the receipt I got the night I was released from jail and my friend's GoPro that was recording. So even though I've been asking them for 3 months why I got swatted, they finally came up with an answer, which is the Airbnb host told them that I stole the Legos.
During contact with the Airbnb...
Ce? What? Ce? Nu pot să cred. Deci Airbnb host o zis de fapt că el o fura Lego.
owner.
Ce treabă are Airbnb ownerul? Adică se știe cu Josh cel mai probabil și el e mormon. Și el e mormon.
The owner reported overhearing conversations about possible stolen Legos. Specifically, Officers wrote in the search warrant affidavit, the homeowner also disclosed that he could hear multiple individuals inside the residence speaking about possibly stolen Lego toys they had taken. Based on that information, officers added a request within the search warrant affidavit seeking authorization to also search for and seize possible stolen...
De ce arată zici că mă uit la un video din Rai? Deci că e o amintire videoclipul ăsta, un cutscene așa.
...property, including Lego merchandise. 4th District Judge Roger W. Griffin reviewed and approved the search warrant.
I always like giving people the benefit of the doubt, and I will take the police officer's word on this, but something fishy is going on here, and everything can just be cleared up if you unredact the audio and let everyone...
Pe bune, faptul că a răspuns Chief of Police și minte pe cameră o să fie insane la 100, dar știi care e chestia? Poate chiar a fost ownerul. Sau minte ăsta și nu a fost de fapt ownerul și a fost Josh. Nu a fost ăla ownerul de la Airbnb.
Want to see the truth. Also, after we got raided and the police officers found no Legos, all of this footage has been redacted too. And my guess is if the police unredact this footage, we will find out the answers once and for all. While we were getting swatted, one of the police officers decided to injure me for absolutely no reason. He claims it's because I was trying to make a fast movement.
Don't move like that. You understand me? Don't move like that. Don't move quick. Everybody just chill.
But when we replay the footage, you can clearly see I was not making any fast movements. However, the police department has an answer to this.
During Snyder's detention, Lieutenant Adamson took hold of Snyder's right arm. Lieutenant Adamson later reported that he felt Snyder tense his arm, at which point Adamson moved Snyder's right arm behind his back to place him into custody.
The police department has made it clear I did not, in fact, make any quick movements like the police officer claims I did. So the police officer was lying, but not fully, because I did tense my arm. However, he lunges at me extremely fast before he even touches me. So how could he even know that I was tensing my arm before he even grabs me? That doesn't make any sense. This police officer has psychic powers, and he could tell that my arm was tensing up before grabbing me. However, this makes no sense because if the police officer did truly have psychic powers, he would have known that we were not the thieves, Josh and Brandon were the thieves. So this can't be the case either. I'm trying to have an open mind with these different possibilities of what this could be, but literally the only outcome left is that this police officer injured me for no reason. However, the police have another response to this of why I must be lying.
In the X-ray image displayed by Mr. Snyder in that video, a small L is visible in the upper right-hand corner of the X-ray. The L indicates the image is that of the left shoulder. The video shows Lieutenant Adamson handling Snyder's right arm during the arrest.
Yes, the stock footage I used to show what a dislocated shoulder is, an image that's clearly not mine because I didn't go to the hospital, I went to jail, so how could I have taken this picture? But anyways, the stock image I used is of a left shoulder when my shoulder that got injured was my right shoulder. When I was editing this, I like to think highly of my audience that they would have known that this was a stock image and I wouldn't have to spoon feed every tiny detail to my audience. But now I realize that there's another portion of my audience called the American Fork Police Department that maybe I do have to spoon feed every single piece of information to. So I'm going to use this as constructive criticism, and in every single episode going forward now that I know that the American Fork Police Department's watching, I will be forced to spoon feed every single detail. As a professional slackliner, dislocating my shoulder is almost a monthly thing for me.
The whole weight of my arm is just on this bone.
Boon! 3 days before I got arrested, I had a really bad ski accident where I had a really bad dislocation of my shoulder, and any movement at all would have dislocated it. So I will say here, I don't think that the police officer was purposely trying to injure me. I think to a normal person this would have been fine, but for me in particular, this was not good, but it was still unjustified, and the police officer was just making up an excuse, and now they're making up an excuse to defend it. Another thing I find shocking is the chief of police, even after reviewing the dash cam footage, says that we ran a stop sign.
Richardson initiated a traffic stop on the vehicle for failing to
Oricum, încă o chestie legală, înainte să te duci la închisoare, în mod normal te treci pe la spital, nu l-a dus, chit că au cerut, da.
Stop before the stop line at a stop sign and failing to stop completely at that stop sign.
The chief of police looked at this video and said, "We ran a stop sign."
Aoleu, era full oprită mașina.
And now he's using that to say, "This was a legal traffic stop. The police officers did nothing wrong." At this point, we thought the best thing to do was to take Josh to court so he can be legally accountable for the crimes he committed. However, to do that, we are first required to serve him court papers. So we did what the law told us to do. I got a process server, and we went to his house to do this the legal way. However, Josh did not want to do this the legal way, and instead called the police on us.
Joshua Johnson contacted the police and reported he was going to shoot someone as a
Auzi ce-o zis.
Joshua Johnson contacted police and reported he was going to shoot someone as a result of the ongoing harassment.
What the fuck?
Multiple officers immediately responded to the area.
Josh was so scared of going to court that he would rather shoot us than accept these court papers. Josh's logic here is that if he can murder the process server and if he can murder me, then he can get away with his crimes. Because murder the process server and if he can murder me, then he can get away with his crimes because there'll be no one to sue him in court. However, sadly for Josh, murder is illegal.
What the fuck?
Now he just admitted his plans to the police officers. The American Fork Police should at least be arresting Josh for trying to use murder as a way to get out of court. But sadly, for some reason, they arrested me instead.
We're gonna find you back. Am I being arrested? You're under arrest right now. Really?
Something about this seems off, and all of the answers are in the body cam footage. However, they redacted all the body cam footage. So this is where I think if we all come together as a community, we can somehow convince the American Fork Police Department to unredact this footage so we can find out why they arrested me and not the guy who threatened to murder me. However, the American Fork Police does not want to unredact the footage right now and now have made up a new excuse of why I was the one justified being arrested.
Officer Sumbot contacted the Marion County Circuit Court in Oregon to verify the legitimacy of the paperwork. The court confirmed that the case was indeed legitimate, but that papers had already been served and no hearing date had yet been scheduled.
The police department said the reason they arrested me and not Josh this day is because they called to confirm that this was a real court case. And they said it was real, however the papers have already been served. And now I'm doing this solely to get YouTube content. And if that's true, I would like to see footage of it. They released all the raw footage, and that part doesn't seem to be in the raw footage.
It's already been to court, or are you allowed to tell me kind of where they're at with the case?
There is no hearing date set, and there hasn't been a hearing in the case yet. All I see is the claim that was filed. I don't see proof of service or anything. A hearing wouldn't be set until a response is filed by defendant.
Okay, so the defendant needs to be served with papers before the case will, I guess, start?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow, direct pe bodycam footage se aude chestia asta și minte cu nerușinare, bro.
That's all for today. Thank you. Okay, bye.
Right here, the police officer admits that it is March 10th.
On March 10th, 2026.
However, you can see here that Josh doesn't get served until 3 days later, March 13th. So how could Josh have already been served on March 10th if he didn't get served until March 13th? Unless Josh is a time traveler. There is only one way to clear this all up. American Fork Police Department, show me the time machine. So now they say that I have done all the check marks which constitute stalking. Let's go through them.
Individual commits stalking if the individual intentionally or knowingly engages in a course of conduct directed at a specific individual.
So yes, I did do an action that was targeted at a specific individual, but that's what's required by the court if I want to take someone to court. If someone steals your stuff and you go through the legal process to take them to court, it is not considered stalking. I have a right as an American to sue him.
Is reckless as to whether that course of conduct would cause a reasonable person to fear for the individual's own safety or the safety of another.
The second check mark is that if a reasonable person would be scared. The police are claiming that since this action made Josh scared, this check mark is complete. However, they have completely forgotten about the term reasonable. As we can see, Josh is not a reasonable person. This is someone who multiple times has tried to silence someone by accusing them of being on heroin.
Here's the crazy thing. They told me that they took over that location because the owners were using the location to fund their heroin addiction. What?
Ce?
They told me
by accusing them of being on heroin.
Here's the crazy thing. They told me that they took over that location because the owners were using the location to fund their heroin addiction.
What the fuck?
What? Yeah, and that's how they took it over, and saying they had like a pigeon in there that was crapping all over the Legos and it smelled bad, all this stuff.
This is someone who threatened to murder me just for trying to serve him papers. This is not a reasonable person. It is not reasonable to threaten to murder someone just for serving papers. A reasonable person would accept the papers, so that second checkbox does not meet the requirements. I even tried explaining this to one of the police officers early on.
What the law says is if the average person would feel unsafe by our behaviors, so I think he's feeling unreasonably unsafe, a reasonable person would not feel unsafe in this situation. Well, I can say the same thing. I feel unsafe trying to conduct business with him, and he calls the police on me to hide. I feel unsafe because of that. Because we had a 3-hour search in our car. He said we had heroin in our car yesterday. We had a 3-hour search in our car. That makes me feel unsafe. I think that's reasonable for me to feel unsafe. It's not reasonable for him to feel unsafe.
So Josh is actually the one who said he was going to murder me if I take him to court. But now I'm the one that's being looked into for threatening to murder Josh. How does this make any sense?
Mr. Johnson alleged that Mansell had hired Benjamin Snyder to harass, stalk, vandalize the store, threaten to murder the manager of the store.
Now let's go to the heroin claim. We got pulled over by the police, and they claimed that we had heroin on us.
This officer is going to conduct the search of your person because there are substances in the vehicle. Really?
Most of this footage is redacted, so again, there's a big mystery of what happened. Can we all come together and...
Întorc toate chestiile pe care le-au făcut Josh și ăsta, storul de Lego, împotriva ăstora invers. Că el a fost de fapt la care au făcut chestiile astea.
Convince the American Fork Police Department to unredact this so we can find out the truth. However, what the police is claiming now is that they did not get a call saying that we had heroin on us. Instead, they could just tell from the second we pulled over that our eyes were glossy.
During the interaction, Officer Fraughton indicated he believed Shaw's eyes appeared glossy and expressed concern regarding possible impairment.
If we look back on the raw footage, this is what the police officer said his first interaction with us was like.
Good with these guys being able to drive?
Yeah, I think so. I didn't see anything clear as day with Tyler that I noticed.
What's the goal of...
Right now? Yeah, I was gonna scare him a little bit and let him go is all I really was gonna do.
Do we have charges, or are we just tired of them being annoying?
It seems hard to take what the chief of police is saying seriously because so far almost everything he said is a lie.
Cum funcționează chestia asta? Mai numai să-i speriu puțin și după aia îi las. Ce fel de lege e asta, the fuck?
The only way we can actually find out the truth is if we unredact everything. We already know the victim's name is Joshua Johnson. Why do we have to keep that protected? His name is already out there. None of these redactions are protecting anything except for the police. And now I want to acknowledge my friend Sheldon's arrest.
The group stated they were supporting a GoFundMe campaign for a dying man. One of the individuals later identified as Sheldon Norcross. Officer Richardson then decided to seize Norcross's phone, pending the approval of a search warrant, in order to preserve potential evidence and prevent the deletion or alteration of any data. According to Officer Richardson's reports, when Norcross was informed that the phone was going to be seized, Norcross immediately began manipulating the device.
The police officer claims that Sheldon was arrested because he opened his phone to start deleting evidence. However, we can clearly see in the footage Sheldon's thumb is heading towards that lock button to lock his phone. His phone was open when he pulled it out, and the phone was transitioning from on to off, not from off to on. From this response, it almost seems like the police officers didn't even watch the video. So American Fork Police Department, if I'm your teacher, here's your homework. First off, learn the facts of what actually happened. Second off, stop lying about the facts. No one's believing it.
The third thing is unredact the audio that makes the police look bad. Some of the best lawyers in the United States are reaching out to me right now, so eventually this is going to get released. Wouldn't you just like to get this over with sooner rather than dragging this out? The more we drag this out, the more content we get, so this only benefits me to drag this out. It doesn't benefit you. If you unredact the illegally redacted parts now, you'll win over audience support much faster. It's kind of funny because a lot of you guys probably think I'm like trying to like make fun of this other cop by how he was talking.
Brother, you mind turning up the volume? Holy, it's actual ASMR. Wow. I cannot really hear him. Why is he whispering?
No, I'm actually just like super sick right now. I haven't been sleeping because I'm trying to get out part 3 as fast as I can. And that's caused me just to like stay up all night, every night, and not sleep. And now I'm sick and have no voice. But yeah, I guess it kind of...
Oricum în America e o mare problemă cu abuzul de putere în poliție. Nu e de azi de ieri, peste tot e mai abuz mare în poliție. Peste tot. Mai ales în orașele astea mici unde toată lumea se cunoaște cu toată lumea și există gen grupuleți din astea, și culturi și whatever.
I don't know why that police officer was talking.
Și când intervine și religia, it's over. It's over. N-ai ce să faci, frate. Că religioși, când ai de religioși de ăștia care îți pocăiți, e over. Rațiunea nu mai există acolo.
With such a low, quiet voice, but that's why I am, at least. I wasn't making fun of him. I literally am just genuinely sick. But if you want to see part 3, subscribe to my Patreon at patreon.com/recklessben.
Chiar sunt curios să văd unde o să se ajungă cu cazul ăsta. O să vă țin la curent, chiar o să mă uit. O să ne uităm de acum încolo la fiecare update. O durat un pic mai mult să dăm un pic de catch-up astăzi, dar chiar sunt foarte curios să văd ce se întâmplă în continuare, pe bune. Mie mi se pare ireal, cred că a fost cel mai crazy video pe care l-am văzut de mult timp. Mai ales videoclipul ăla anterior, cu toată treaba cu poliția și cu bodycam footage-ul și tot. Incredibil, bro. Incredibil. Ce treabă au pocăiții cu asta? Păi ăștia îs un cult de pocăiți mormoni care se protejează unul pe altul. Și de-aia s-a ajuns să se întâmple abuzul ăsta, pentru că ei se protejează unul pe altul, că-s mormoni. E un cult, legit e un cult.